Hello, dear student. Today we are going to discuss refraction at concave spherical surface. Let us see. This is a concave spherical surface. Let material of a spherical surface is of refractive index N2 and that of medium is N1 in which it is placed. This is principal axis. Let point P or let point O be a point object placed on the principal axis. Then a ray of light is started from point P incident on refracting surface. Refracting surface means point O and this is point of incidence. Point of incidence this dotted line shows normal at the point of incidence. Let it is C, center of curvature. Let N be the normal at point of incidence. Let it is A. An incident ray OA passed from O incident at A, and now this ray enters a medium of lower refractive index to the medium of higher refractive index, and therefore it will bend towards the normal. This ray will bend towards the normal and will pass through this path. Now, on retracing it in backward direction, we will get a point image of point object O at I. Let I be the angle of incidence. I means angle between incident ray and normal, means this angle. This angle is the angle of incidence. Say it is I. Now angle O is alpha, angle I beta, angle C is gamma. Now draw a perpendicular AM on principal axis. But aperture of refracting surface is small, and therefore point A will be very close to P, and hence point M will be almost at point P. And in this way, alpha, beta, gamma, I and R. R means angle of refraction. And this angle of refraction is shown here. R. Now, since we are discussing about refraction, and therefore we must use law of refraction, that is Snell's law. Using Snell's law, we will write as sin I upon sin R equal to N2 by N1. But being I and R very small. I and R are small because object is point object, aperture is very small, and therefore angle I, R, alpha, beta and gamma will be very small. And for a smaller angle, sin I almost equal to I and sin R almost equal to R. In this way, I by R equal to N2 by N1. Now rearranging above equation, N1 I equal to N2 R. This is equation 1. Now we have to find I and R from the above diagram. If we relate alpha, beta, gamma with I and R, then we have to consider that sum of two anterior angle is equal to the exterior one. And very first we have considered triangle. In triangle OAC. In triangle OAC. OAC means this larger triangle. OAC. I think you are clearly observing it. Angle OAC. In this, there are two anterior angle alpha and I, and one exterior angle gamma. It means gamma exterior angle equal to sum of two interior angle alpha plus I. But we want here I, means I equal to gamma minus alpha. Equation 2. In the same way, triangle IAC. IAC means this a smaller triangle. IAC. IAC. In this, gamma equal to beta plus R. R means this is angle of refraction being opposite angle. Now R equal to gamma minus beta. This equation 3.
Go.
But alpha, beta and gamma are very small. Therefore, they must be replaced by their tangents. That is, alpha almost equal to tan alpha, and tan alpha may be seen from diagram that tan alpha means perpendicular. Perpendicular means AM by base. Base means OM, but point M is coinciding with P, and that's why AM upon OP. And in the previous derivation, we already know about U, object separation, B, image separation, and R, radius of curvature. These three separations are measured from pole, that is from point P, and therefore AM by OP. Now AM as such and OP is almost equal to minus U. Minus U means U is lies left to the pole, that is on negative X axis. Similarly, beta almost equal to tan beta equal to am by ip equal to am by minus b, and gamma almost equal to tan gamma equal to am by cp am by minus r. Equation using alpha, beta and gamma. Using alpha, beta and gamma from above three equations, we may get I and R. Now N1I equal to N2R and I equal to gamma minus alpha equal to N2R gamma minus beta. N1 gamma am by R am by minus R minus alpha am by minus u am by minus u equal to N2 gamma am by minus R minus beta minus am by minus b. Rearranging above equation, we have taking common am from both the sides, am n1 by r with negative sign, minus and minus plus n1 by u equal to n2 equal to am taking common and n2 by minus r plus n2 by b. Now am cancel out. Above equation rearrange as n1 by minus r plus n1 by u equal to minus n2 by r plus n2 by v. Now this equation may also be rearranged as n2 by v minus n1 by u equal to n2 minus n1 by r, which is the required relation between u, v, r and n1 and n2.